Creating audio products. One thing that every individual who buys a digital product online is looking for is value. In a world where money is becoming increasingly scarce, it is a fact that your customers are always on the lookout for a little bit more in return for every penny they spend. Fortunately, as a digital product creator, you are in an extremely strong position to keep enhancing the value of your products, meaning that unlike your local storekeeper or someone who supplies physical products online, for example, it is relatively easy for you to keep increasing the value offer you make. So here is the secret of creating digital information products that sell like wildfire. You do not create a digital information product at all. What you do is make a whole stable of products to supply to your customers that almost guarantee they will be happy with their purchase. Considering audio products is probably the easiest way of illustrating how this can work. There are many different kinds of audio products that you can supply to your customers, with one highly popular and extremely simple option being the interview with an expert product. You find an expert, or even better, several experts in your market niche, interview them, and then issued the recordings of the interviews as an audio product. There have been several very successful launches of products like this over the past few years, where a marketer has contacted a dozen or so of the top names in the business and recorded an interview with each. These recordings are then published as a series of secret sessions or something of that nature, thereby presenting the product buyer with the opportunity of learning straight from the mouth of a well-known expert or authority figure. Based on the amount of material supplied alone, products of this nature almost always supply extremely good value, and they are furthermore very easy to make as well. All you need to do is hook up with an expert via an online service like Skype so that you can use software to record both sides of the conversation, and you have your interview in the bag. You then edit the interview using free editing software like Audacity before saving the whole thing as an MP3 file. And it is an excellent program for creating podcasts as well. The beauty of this particular approach to product creation is that the amount of work and input that is necessary from your site is minimal. You will in most cases have to produce a list or at least an indication of the questions that you want to ask your experts, and you might need to indicate the kind of information you want from them in advance of your interview, but beyond that, it really is nothing more than an online conversation. However, if you can record interviews of this nature with several experts in your niche, you have a top-quality digital information product with very little effort. But how about viewing this the other way around? You have just spent several hours, or perhaps a couple of days the very first time, creating your own top-quality ebook. So why stop there? Instead of supplying just an ebook to your customers as your product, why not include an audiobook version as well? All you have to do is spend a couple of hours reading your book into the microphone before again using Audacity to edit the recording, and you have an additional products you can offer to your customer as part of a package deal. Product cross-fertilization of this nature is incredibly important because from very little additional effort, you can increase the value of the product you are offering to your customers by a significant degree. For instance, if your customer buys only an ebook, they have to read it, whereas if they are supplied with an audio recording of the same ebook, they can listen to it in the car on their way to work, on their MP3 player, while they are jogging or walking in the park, etc. You have just made it immeasurably easier for your customer to use your product, which naturally reduces the likelihood that they are going to ask for a refund because they never get a chance to sit down to read your ebook, as an example. Are you beginning to see how powerful this particular approach can be? Whilst you can get away with selling an ebook only if you don't expect to earn more than $37 or $47 per sale, it is absolutely essential that if you realistically want to charge customers $97, you give them $97 of value. An ebook on its own no longer cuts the mustard, whereas by spending a couple of hours recording a basic audio version of your book and thereby becoming a multimedia product creator, you have just added significant value to the overall package that you're supplying. The same will be true with your expert interviews. Instead of providing only audio recordings, why not find a freelancer from a site like Elance who can transcribe your recordings into a written PDF, or you could do it yourself if you have the time available. Whilst doing so will certainly not double the value or price of your product, it will certainly enhance it so that with every additional extra included in the package, you can raise the price by another $20. Think how this will boost your profits from relatively little additional effort, and you will quickly see the sense in this approach.